pause. 3, 2, 1, reveal. We have the Eight of Cups. We have the Five of Pentacles. And we have the Lovers. Welcome to Alchemical Tarot, your daily spark of inspiration, imagination, and intuition. Now let's get started with the Eight of Cups. Seems to me that it's time to do something differently. It's time to walk away from your current situation. And I'm not saying physically. I'm talking about you've got to a level with something and you're recognizing that it's got you to a certain stage, that you know there's more and you're wanting something more. And so what you're going to have to do for this is to go out of your comfort zone and trust in the unknown. And we kind of see that path here is dark and you're not quite sure how it's going to play out. You're not sure where it's even taking you, maybe. And this card is there for you to say trust in that path, because the 8 on a 1 to 10 is getting you to the 9 and 10. It opens up to emotional fulfillment. So this card is saying to take that leap of faith and start to move in that direction. This is a card of emotions, so follow that heart, follow where you're being led to. And we have the Five of Pentacles here. So with this, I was saying literally in the last video that with the fives, I kind of used to sort of get disappointed if I got a 5, because there was always some sense of struggle or fighting or conflict within each of the fives in their suits. So the 5 of Swords showed conflict, the 5 of Wands would show a struggle, and the 5 of Cups shows a sort of sense of despair. And here we can see it again, these people in plight, really focusing on their plight. And then I recognize the fives, what they are. You could stay safely in your lovely, stable 4, a sense of stability with a number 4. It's like a safe harbor. But ships were never meant to stay in the harbor. You need to set sail. You need to get out of your comfort zone, trim your sails, and head out onto the open seas and find those new adventures. And the fives give us that. They give us the opportunity to get a bit more dynamic in what we're doing, put a bit more energy in there. We're seeing this energy coming through. And yes, it might be a bit of hard work and a bit of a struggle as we find our feet in this new situation. But there is always guidance. There's always an opportunity in each of the cards to turn around and to do it differently. And the fives offer you that new path. And we've just seen that new path opening up with the 8 of Cups. So here we see the new path anchored in the hope in this window behind. Everything else around them is dismal, but there's this beacon of light. If they choose to just change their awareness, open up their field of vision, then they would see that there is another path for them. So this is an important aspect of the fives that I'm noticing. And the Lovers. So maybe this conflict is in love. Maybe this struggle is in your relationships. And maybe this is a sense of walking away. And I see this card as not walking away from the relationship. It's finding a new way of being in that relationship. And I think that comes through perfectly with the Lovers. The Lovers calls us, it's about decisions and choices. And it calls us to recognize that there is duality in this world. There's always opposing points of view. And this card suggests, where can we rise above that? Where can we rise above the need to be right and supersede it with something else? And we see that something else, the bridge between the opposing forces, is, it's divine. It's love. So where can you, instead of finding the need to always be right, where can you choose instead love? And this is a Gemini card, the Lovers. It's about communication. So where can you communicate with more love? With whatever relationships are around you. This can be your intimate relationships, if you're married or in a relationship, but it can also be with your family. It can be with work colleagues. Where can you just bring more heartfelt feeling into your communications, into how you respond to people, how you act. This is about going above and beyond your current state. And you can see the sunlight, the pure sunlight that's beaming down on these lovers, as these two lovers sort of have these opposing forces, the masculine and the feminine. They come together into pure unity. And we experience the oneness here. And this angel brings that bridge that brings them into togetherness. And as I'm saying this, I'm getting this confirmation, this beaming sunlight coming down upon me. Feel into this presence and love. Where can you bring more of that to your life today? So I'd like you now, if you haven't done already, to like and subscribe to the channel. It really does make a difference. And I'm going to ask you now to go into a short meditation. So I'd like you to close your eyes and slow down and pause for a moment or two in this state. Just ask yourself, how am I feeling? It within my emotions, how do I feel? And are you sensing there is something more? Maybe there's something more to life, or something more for me. A new path of opportunity. I always ask you to remember in these moments that you are your own creator. What would you like more of? What path of opportunity would you like to open up for you, and where would it lead? Where have you felt out in the cold, alienated? Maybe there's some illness going on for you, fatigue. And where have you been focusing your attention too much on that recently? This card of the Five shows you almost playing a victim in this. And it offers you the other path. It offers you the chance to anchor into something else. And that anchor is the whole new version of you that's waiting to burst out and be. If there is illness, the new path is health. I am healthy, and you know no other version of you until the outside world catches up with you. You don't give any thought to anything else that might tell you otherwise. I am healthy. I anchor myself to that. I am happy. And anything that comes up on my outside world to tell me otherwise, I do not listen to. I am healthy, and I anchor myself to happiness. I know it's not as simple. Happiness is an inside job, and it's not as simple as an on-off switch, but you do have choices in every moment of how you react. Choose happiness. Choose health. And whatever that is for you, make it your choice and hold yourself firm with that conviction. And the lovers, we may have the duality, health and illness. We've got two opposing forces. And here we see the ability to bring them together, bridge the gap, close the gap with love, self-love. And know I am healthy, I am happy. Feel the love in your heart as you feel this. And where in your relationships can you bring more love? Today, make the decision. I choose more love. I am love. And know too from this card, I am loved. Feel the warm embrace. We are all connected. Feel that love raining down on you, and feel this grace, this divine grace that resides within you. the Lover's card. Feel that love that can come between two people. Open up your heart wide and communicate with more love today. And put a smile on your face, and in your own time come back to the room and open your eyes. New path. It might feel daunting, it might feel dark. Trust in the unknown to bring you more fulfillment in your life. Fill up those cups. Let's not get concerned with the images of these cards, the fives. There is struggle, but any struggle is always first within, and it invites you to resolve that struggle, that conflict within, by turning your attention away from that struggle and focusing instead on anchoring yourself to a whole new paradigm, whole new version of you. And where today can you bring opposing forces together? Recognize there are always going to be polarized opinions in this world. And where can you bridge that? With love. Be love. And feel loved. And have a wonderful day.